feedback. You'll notice at the bottom of each, they do have caps to how many pilots they can take on, and we run a first in, first served basis for each. So sign up to multiple innovators as you go along. These are the details you'll need to know for getting in touch. Righty-ho, the AIMA team are back after being on our first pilot farm network a year ago with the AIMA platform built for dairy farmers. Now, Jeremy and Phil will take us through how AIMA Vision transforms pasture measurement by allowing farmers to get accurate pasture covers through just your smartphone. For farmers, this allows more regular, cost-effective, and speedier pasture management to predict surpluses and deficits with more certainty. I'll invite Jeremy and Phil now to jump on and share all about it.
Welcome everyone. I'm Jeremy Bryant. I'm the founder and chief technology officer for AIMA, and then joining you is Phil, who's our chief commercial officer. So yeah, maybe just a bit of the background of AIMA. My background, so pretty extensive experience as a farm system modeler, working with a national genetic evaluation system, working with companies like Dairy NZ and FarmX, very much around those decision support tools for farmers.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil. I'm Chief Commercial Officer. I joined AIMA about 10 weeks ago. I'm originally from the UK, as you can probably tell, and I've got 25 years experience in technology around the world, but my wife's Kiwi. We live in the Bay of Plenty on an avocado orchard, and we got some beef cattle roaming around. So this beef pilot that we're talking about tonight is very close to my heart because we hopefully are going to benefit from it as well. So yeah, nice to meet everyone on the call.
So yeah, I guess just around the background. So I've been a dairy farmer myself. I know the challenges of pasture measurement, carrying around a plate meter or the iometer, getting around, and it's a time-consuming exercise. So really the ideal behind AIMA and AIMA Vision, which we're introducing tonight, was everyone's got a cell phone. Why not pull out the cell phone, measure the pasture, and then we're also working on the drone integration. What AIMA is then is also the brains that will then transform that into actionable insights. So it gives you recommendations on what to do next, ultimately trying to improve pasture utilisation and pasture quality, right through down to auto-generation of grazing plans. So we launched a product back in June 2023. We've been developing on what we call AIMA Vision, which is a cell phone pasture measurement, and we've got farms throughout the country, and we're building the models to allow to predict in the different regions now.
But yeah, seeing massive gains for us, both time-wise at farm and production-wise. This season, 33% of the season so far. So putting that down to a lot of attempt. And
yeah, so what Fraser was saying there, I know that it might not be easy for some people to hear. He's a share milker up in South Auckland. He's been using AIMA. His team follow the kind of automated grazing plans. He sets up his buddy paddocks. He's got his mobs, and they're 33% ahead this year so far on milk solids, and he puts a lot of that down to the tech. That's essentially what he was saying. If anyone wants to see the full 7-minute interview with Fraser, where we ask him a few questions and he talks extensively about his experience, then we've got that, and we can share that with the Agnition team so they can share it with you guys. But yeah, we've got a lot of loyal farms that are seeing excellent results, and we're super excited to be able to bring this pilot of the next phase of AIMA's development to you guys on this call.
So in terms of two parts to the AIMA solution, the AIMA brain, which we've got there, and what we're introducing to you tonight is around vision. So that's pasture measurement via the smartphone.
As Jeremy alluded to, there are current systems of measuring pasture which, work, but are not as quick as the solution that we're proposing. So there's plate meter, there's iometer, there's CDEX, which are all great solutions, but we thought to augment that, then it would be really good if we could bring smartphone enabled or drone enabled pasture measurement to the market, which is what we're pioneering. So you can see here on the left, the idea here is that, you're drinking your coffee in the morning, you want to go and measure your pasture, you can set the drone up from paddock to paddock, and then the camera on the drone will drop down, the camera on the drone will take a imagery and video of the paddock itself, which then will come back to our system. Our system is then able to look and estimate the dry matter in that paddock. Similarly with the smartphone, you go into the paddock, if you're moving the cows and you're already in the paddock, or you're doing a farm walk, you go in there, you do a little 360 twirl with the horizon up like the phone showed there, and then literally that data around dry matter will go straight into the system. So The idea here is that with satellite, yes, it's a time saver, but if it's cloudy, which is often in this country, then there are challenges with reliability and the time that it takes to get that data. You can have 3 readings 1 week and then nothing for 2 or 3 weeks. So the idea here is that you are in full control of what you take, and we think it's got application for both dairy farmers in terms of understanding more about their pasture utilization and their covers and their feed wedge, but also beef farmers in terms of understanding how much dry matter they've got and how much dry matter they need to feed their livestock to hit those weight gains that they want to hit using pasture and then supplement for where they need it. So that's the whole piece. We've been really well supported by Agmart. So Agmart have helped support, how many farms is it across New Zealand, Jeremy, that we've been running?
15
Yeah.
farms. Yep.
So we've had 15 farms across New Zealand. Using the pilot, we've collected, I think we're up at 18,000 videos so far that we've collected, and we are building models from that. And the whole point of this pilot is that we're soft launching this product to people on this pilot call. So anyone in New Zealand except Northland, I think Northland, we don't have enough data for Northland right now, but if you're in any of the territory, you'll be able to use this system. You'll be able to stop measuring your pasture and start understanding your pasture covers on a paddock by paddock basis. We'll talk about the pilot. So at the moment, AIMA is around $100 per month if you're a 100-hectare farm or less. If you're slightly over 100 hectares or more, it goes up slightly from there. But what we're doing is we're offering AIMA at the single biggest discount you can get in the New Zealand market. So the Ignition team will be happy with that. So that's a 4-month sign up at 20% discount. So $320 for that 100-hectare farm instead of $400. And we're going to give you AIMA Vision, which normally will retail at around $100 a month, free of charge for that 4-month period. So you can start using it. You can compare it to your current measurement methodology. You can take advantage of the part farm walks. And instead of having to do full farm walks every time, you can go and just do 30% and then just do that full farm walk once a month to top up that data to get those really reliable pasture forecasts. So in return, what we're asking for is your feedback on the accuracy and usability of Vision and how you're finding it, and just feedback on the benefits that you've got of using both AIMA, the brain, and Vision in terms of time saving and accuracy and feed wedge and predictability, and using less supplement if it's helping you with your pasture utilization. On the beef side, which is the bit that, as I said, I'm most excited about from a personal level, we're giving 4 months of AIMA free. It is targeted at dairy farmers. So some of the things, like some of the features may not be as relevant for beef farmers, which is why we're offering it free. And then once AIMA for beef is live, it will be a 50% discount for the first year, for the first 12 months. And you guys will be the first to have it in your hands and using it. And as I said, one of the features we're going to be putting in there is, you'll be able to put in there your herd type. You'll be able to put in there your mob size. It will know your area. You'll be able to express a finishing weight that you want the cows to be at, and then the system will take into consideration that information and then start helping you get the pasture intake needed to start hitting that target weight at that time. So we think it's going to be really exciting for you guys. What we ask for in return is at least 2 full farm walks where you measure your pasture so that we have that initial data set to start building those forecasts from, and that you participate in an online workshop with us as you're using the system to help shape, and some of the features that I've mentioned, may or may not be things that you need. So we want to make sure that the things that we are delivering are the things that you need. So I think that is it. Here's our URL. Christy, probably back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Phil and Jeremy. It was really great to hear. We have a couple of questions that have come through the Q&A chat that I'd love to raise with you. The first one might be directed at you, Jeremy. And it says that there's a 33% increase. Is a lot to actually put down to AIMA. There must have been some other changes made on farm. So in your farmer example, was there any other changes that were made on that farm system to get the improvement?
Yes. So they actually brought on, it's not totally AIMA as much as I'd like to say. They brought on both, I'm pretty sure it was Allflex collars and AIMA at the same time. So as a bundle, which gives you obviously the heat detection, the animal health, and then the pasture management through AIMA. Certainly that's realising big gains, but just through harnessing that technology combination as an option. So, yeah.
Awesome, thank you. And then the next question is, how are you working around the drone laws be line of sight, assuming for your drone stuff for the new year?
Yeah, so we and the farmers obviously will have to still maintain a line of sight, and obviously if they're within the flight path, they'll need to get approval in there. So as long as you got a line of sight with the drone, you're okay. And also if you're not flying above a certain level, that sort of thing. So it won't be a totally automated solution. So you won't be able to just send the drone off, get it to measure every single paddock without you still physically. Yeah, that might change in the future with the aviation rules, but certainly we don't want to break any rules, and we don't want the farmers breaking any rules. Yeah, ultimately.
And we may even have technology on this pilot that could help with this. I mean, I'm not going to give the game away, but anyway, back to the questions.
Yeah.
The last one that came through is someone looking for a cost breakdown without the discounts. I might just take that one, I suppose, from my end, which would be what would be easiest probably is use the wee QR code on the screen here, sign up to the pilot, pop your details in, and then we'll make sure that the team are in contact to talk specifics, I suppose, for your farm. Any further info?
Yeah. So if you just give us the, like as Christy said, take the QR code, let us know how big your farm is, and then we'll come back to you with a price without the discount and with the discount so you can see the difference.
Yeah, happy to make that personalized. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, this is the point in which you can sign up to the AIMA pilot just by scanning that QR code up on the screen with your phone camera. If there's any other questions for AIMA that you think of as we go, that's no trouble at all. Just pop them in the chat and we can certainly come back to them at the end.